All right, this screencast is going to be about the types of chemical reactions. There are 5 that we see in chemistry. Pretty much every element or every equation that we run into can be identified as one of these types. It could be synthesis, decomposition, single replacement, double replacement, or combustion reactions. All right, the first one that we're going to look at is called a synthesis reaction, and a synthesis reaction is also known as a combination reaction. And here in a synthesis reaction, you have 2 or more substances combining to form a new compound. So you make one compound, and these substances on the right can be elements or compounds, and they form together to make one product. So if you're looking at the indicator of types of this on this list, your answer for synthesis would be that you make one product. Looking at these 5 possible real equations, identifying which one of these is the synthesis reaction, it is the third equation here. So N2 plus 3H2 makes 2NH3. All right, in the second equation, or second type, you can have decomposition reactions. A decomposition reaction is where a single compound changes and breaks down into 2 or more simpler substances. Decomposition is the opposite of synthesis. You typically have, here's your model, you have AB breaks down into A and B, and AB is a compound, and A and B are going to be elements or compounds. It just depends on the situation. So looking at the indicator of type, this one would be one reactant. And looking at these possible examples, you can see that the example that matches a decomposition is 2KClO3 yields 2KCl and 3O2. In a single displacement reaction, this is also known as a single replacement reaction. One element will replace a similar element in the compound. So if your element that is replacing is a metal, it must replace another metal. And if it's a nonmetal, it may replace another nonmetal. These can be written as you see in this example. You have A plus BX makes AX plus B, or it could be the other substance changing. Okay, you have Y plus BX makes BY or X. It just depends on whether you're dealing with a positive element or a negatively charged element. And these, some of these are elements and some of these are going to be compounds. So looking at the identifier, the indicator of type, you see that one element switching in, likes replace likes. Again, likes replace likes means that metals will replace metals and nonmetals will replace nonmetals. Looking at the equation choices, you can see that equation choice number 1 is the single replacement. So 2 NaCl plus F2 makes 2 NaF and Cl2. Next type is double displacement. In a double displacement reaction, the ions of the 2 compounds exchange places to form 2 new compounds. So this is almost like FOIL in math, where you have the first and last and then the inside and the outside. So you have the first and last elements will switch, and then the 2 inside ones will switch. Now you have to have positive parts first and negative parts second. You have to cross charges. You have to make sure that you're replacing a metal with a metal and a nonmetal with a nonmetal. So in our indicator of type, we have both compounds switching parts, likes replace likes. Looking at the real examples, you can see the first 3 choices we've already used. So this one is an example. It uses the last is 2AgNO3 plus MgCl2 makes 2AgCl and MgNO3 in parentheses 2. All right, and our 5th type of reaction is a combustion reaction. A combustion reaction is very specific. It has oxygen, it has carbon, it has hydrogen. It always releases energy, and these products are always going to be carbon dioxide and water. You have to have both of them, and you can only have those 2 things. So if your products have those 2 substances and only those 2 substances, then it's a combustion reaction. So if we're looking at our indicator of types, you can see the first one is carbon dioxide and water. That is an indicator that you have a combustion reaction. Again, it's only those 2 though. So looking at our choices, you can see choice number 4, C6H12O6 plus 6O2 makes 6CO2 and 6H2O. So if you have any confusion or you need to go back and revisit, please go back to the point that you need to hear again.